philosophy is, now this is just a Brenda thing, accept people for who they are, not who you want them to be.
Mm.
Get rid of the expectations and the preconceived ideations. Let it go. People are who they are. And a child may, at the age of 6, may say one thing, and at the age of 12 may say something else.
Mm. Mm.
Flow. Love them. That's it. Love them.
Very wise words. I will throw a stick in the spokes of the wheel of that story from the book The Authority Gap, where it showed Marianne Sieghart, and she found that by the age of 5, both girls and boys think boys are more intelligent, even though they actually and specifically and statistically are not. And the reason she suggests that they have those perceptions is because girls are told to be quiet and compliant and nice and not shout out, whereas boys get up and shout and all the rest of it. And they're like, oh, miss, 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 like that. I say miss because it might be sir. So that 6-year-old would already have been picking up that vibe. And I don't know, and you don't know how she's going to be, or how he's going to be going forward. There's a young man who's now called, oh, I can't remember his name now, but was born a girl, and is trans, or in the process of going through trans. So that is a situation all in itself. So I can and I will share some of the stories of my own life as a window into topics. Would any of you, because we've all had dark times, so would any of you want to speak about yours, or shall I go first to give you an idea?
Go ahead.
Could I just, it's really what you just brought up about the sexualization of children and like how we're dealing with it and things like that. My first encounter with suicide was actually a friend of mine who was 9 years old, and I was 9 years old when this happened. And it was very difficult, and I didn't really talk about it, and I didn't really process it for, I think, another 8 years, where I actually was speaking about it in a talk about identity and how I really, value life, and I really want people to be able to be who they are and speak their truth, because otherwise we get led into these dark places. And for a long time, I was trying to figure out what could it have been, what was going on, because this kid was, he would sing with the loudest voice. He was really into God and church, and he was just, the life of the classroom, always making jokes, and I'd never really seen any great sadness in him. As you know, people are very good at masking how they feel inside. What it actually turned out to be, the cause of his internal conflict was actually found out many years later, almost 20 years later, and his uncle had been abusing him. So the night that it happened, just like in the same case that Brenda was talking about, this little boy hung himself in his room because he wasn't allowed to go out. He did something naughty earlier in the